Welcome, dear students. Today, we've decided to do something a little different, but extremely important. First, we'll teach you some essential workplace phrases, idioms, and slang that advanced English speakers use every day. Then, to make it more fun and memorable, we'll end the lesson with a chilling story where every single phrase we've taught will appear naturally. So pay close attention, repeat after us, and get ready to see your English come alive in a story you'll never forget.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Marco.
And I'm Erica. Great to have you with us today. Now, if you're aiming for advanced English, not just correct English, but natural, professional English, today's episode is essential.
Absolutely, because today we're starting a 5-part series on phrasal verbs, workplace slang, and idioms, the kind of language native speakers use without thinking.
And we're starting with a verb you think you know very well, but probably don't fully control yet.
That verb is get. Get, simple word, endless power.
Marco, get is funny because learners often avoid it. They think it sounds too simple.
Exactly. But in reality, advanced speakers use get all the time, especially at work.
Right, in emails, meetings, interviews, everywhere.
1. Get equals receive or obtain.
Let's start easy. In professional English, get often replaces more formal verbs like receive or obtain.
So instead of saying, I received your message, you'll usually hear, I got your message.
Or instead of we obtained approval, people say,
We got approval.
and this doesn't sound informal or unprofessional. It sounds natural and confident.
Exactly, especially in spoken English.
2. Get plus adjective equals change.
Here's where get becomes really powerful. When you use get plus adjective, you're talking about change.
For example,
Get busy, get ready, get worse, get better, get stuck.
you'll hear things like, things are about to get busy next week. We got stuck waiting for feedback. Let me know when you get ready.
This is workplace English at its core. Progress, delays, movement. 3. Get over equals move on.
Now let's talk about emotions at work, but in a professional way.
That's where get over comes in.
For example, we need to get over this mistake. It took the team time to get over the failed project.
Notice how calm and mature that sounds, not emotional, solution-focused. 4. Get through equals finish something or survive.
This one has two meanings, and both are common at work.
First meaning, finish something difficult.
Like, let's get through this agenda. I barely got through the presentation.
Second meaning, survive a tough period.
We'll get through this quarter together.
That sentence alone sounds like leadership. 5. Get back to equals respond later.
This phrase is everywhere. Emails, meetings, calls.
I'll get back to you.
I'll check and get back to you tomorrow.
Advanced speakers use this instead of over-explaining.
6. Get away with means doing something without punishment.
Like, he got away with missing the deadline.
Or, you won't get away with that again.
Very common in informal workplace conversations. 7. Get along/get on. Relationships.
Soft skills matter.
I get along with my team. I don't really get on with my manager.
Perfect phrases for interviews.
8. Workplace idioms with get.
Let's level up.
Repeat these mentally. Get the ball rolling. Start something. Get buy-in. Gain support. Get up to speed. Understand quickly.
Examples: let's get the ball rolling. We need to get buy-in from leadership. Take a few days to get up to speed.
Practice. Repeat after us.
Repeat. I'll get back to you.
We need to get over this issue.
Let's get through the meeting.
She got buy-in from the team.
So that's get. Simple on the surface, powerful in real life.
And in the next chunk, we'll tackle take, the verb of responsibility, decisions, and leadership.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, I'm Marco.
And I'm Erica. In the last chunk, we explored get,
the verb of movement and progress.
Today, we're moving to a verb that dominates leadership language.
Yes, take. Take, the verb of responsibility.
If get is about results, then take is about action and ownership.
Exactly. Advanced speakers use take when they want to sound decisive.
Number 1, take responsibility/take ownership.
Let's start with the basics.
You'll often hear, "I'll take responsibility for this." She took ownership of the project.
Notice how strong that sounds. No excuses, no hesitation.
In interviews, this phrase is gold. Number 2, take care of equals handle a task.
This one is everywhere at work,
I'll take care of it.
which really means I'll handle it. You don't need to worry.
Examples. Don't worry, I'll take care of the report. Can you take care of the client issue? Number 3, take on equals accept work or challenge.
Now let's raise the level.
Take on means accepting responsibility, often something difficult.
Like, she took on a new role. We can't take on more work right now.
It also shows ambition. Number 4, take over equals gain control.
This one can sound sensitive in the workplace.
Yes, take over means to replace or assume control.
Examples. He'll take over as team lead. I'll take over the presentation.
Tone matters here. Soft delivery is key. Number 5, take up equals start something new or use time.
Take up has two main meanings.
First, start something new.
She took up project management.
Second, consume time or space.
This meeting is taking up too much time.
Number 6, take into account equals consider.
This phrase sounds very professional.
We need to take into account the budget.
Advanced speakers use this instead of think about.
Number 7, take a hit equals accept damage or loss. Slang.
Now let's get slightly informal, but still workplace appropriate.
Take a hit means suffer a loss.
Our profits took a hit last quarter.
Very common in business news and meetings. Number 8, take the lead/take charge.
Leadership language.
She took the lead on negotiations. He took charge during the crisis.
These phrases show confidence without sounding arrogant.
Workplace idioms with take.
Let's level up again.
Listen carefully. Take it offline. Discuss later privately. Take something with a grain of salt. Don't fully believe it. Take the initiative. Act without being asked.
Examples. Let's take it offline. Take those numbers with a grain of salt. She really took the initiative.
Practice. Repeat after us.
I'll take care of it.
He took ownership of the problem.
We can't take on more work.
She took the lead in the meeting.
So that's take, the language of responsibility and leadership.
Next up, we'll explore bring, the verb of contribution, value, and influence.
Welcome back. I'm Marco.
And I'm Erica. So far we've covered get and take, movement and responsibility.
Today, we're focusing on a verb that's all about value.
Exactly. That verb is bring.
Bring, the verb of contribution.
In professional English, bring is rarely just physical.
Most of the time, it's about ideas, skills, energy, or results.
Number 1, bring up equals mention a topic.
This one is essential in meetings.
To bring something up means to mention it, often carefully.
Examples. She brought up a valid concern. I didn't want to bring it up during the meeting.
Advanced speakers use this to sound diplomatic.
Number 2, bring in equals introduce or involve.
Bring in often means involving someone new.
Like, let's bring in a consultant. They brought in new leadership.
It can also mean earning money.
The campaign brought in new revenue.
Number 3, bring about equals cause change.
This one sounds very advanced. To bring about something means to cause it to happen.
Examples. The new strategy brought about major improvements. Change was brought about gradually.
Perfect for presentations and reports.
Number 4, bring back equals return or reintroduce.
Two meanings here. First, return something.
I'll bring back the documents tomorrow.
Second, reintroduce an old idea.
They're bringing back remote work.
Number 5, bring on equals cause or accept, informal confidence.
Bring on shows confidence, sometimes even challenge.
Examples: more responsibility? Bring it on. The merger brought on unexpected stress.
Casual but powerful.
Number 6, bring to the table equals offer value, idiom.
This is a must-know workplace idiom.
To bring something to the table means to contribute value.
She brings a lot of experience to the table.
Perfect for interviews and teamwork discussions.
Number 7, bring in line with equals align.
Very corporate, but very real. We need to bring this in line with company policy.
This phrase sounds controlled and professional. Number 8, bring the house down, idiomatic, informal.
Let's end with a more colorful one.
To bring the house down means to be extremely successful.
Her presentation brought the house down.
Not for formal reports, but great for spoken English.
Practice. Repeat after us. She brought up an important issue.
They brought in outside help.
This decision brought about change.
He really brings value to the table.
So that's bring, contribution, influence, and value.
Next, we'll shift into workplace slang and idioms, the language you hear in hallways, chats, and informal meetings.
Now we're going one level deeper.
Yes, workplace slang. Not unprofessional, just real.
Workplace slang. Why it matters. Here's the thing. Advanced learners often understand meetings.
But feel lost during casual conversations, Slack messages, or coffee breaks.
That's where slang comes in. 1. Circle back.
This one is everywhere.
To circle back means to return to a topic later.
Examples. Let's circle back to this next week. I'll circle back once I have more data.
It sounds polite and organized. 2. Touch base.
Very similar meaning.
To touch base means to check in briefly.
Let's touch base tomorrow. I just wanted to touch base.
Perfect for emails and messages. 3. In the loop / out of the loop.
This is about information.
If you're in the loop, you're informed.
If you're out of the loop, you're not.
Keep me in the loop. I've been out of the loop lately. 4. On the same page.
This one is about agreement and clarity.
Let's make sure we're on the same page.
Very common in meetings.
5. Push back.
This one can confuse learners.
To push back means to resist or disagree, politely. The client pushed back on the timeline.
It's not aggressive, it's professional disagreement.
6. A heavy lift.
This means a task that requires serious effort.
Launching the product was a heavy lift.
Common in leadership talk.
7. Low-hanging fruit.
This one is visual and popular.
Low-hanging fruit means easy wins.
Let's start with the low-hanging fruit.
8. Put out fires.
This sounds dramatic, but it's very normal.
To put out fires means handling urgent problems.
I've been putting out fires all day.
9. Bandwidth.
Not about the internet here.
It means mental or time capacity.
I don't have the bandwidth right now.
10. All hands on deck.
This means everyone is needed.
It's all hands on deck this week. Practice. Repeat after us.
Let's circle back to this.
Keep me in the loop.
The client pushed back.
I don't have the bandwidths today.
Now you're hearing English the way it's actually spoken at work.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Marco.
And I'm Erica. This is our final chunk in this series, and honestly, this is where English starts to feel natural.
Exactly, because today we're talking about workplace idioms.
These are the expressions that don't make sense word by word, but make perfect sense culturally.
Why idioms matter at an advanced level.
Here's the difference between intermediate and advanced speakers.
Intermediate speakers understand the meaning.
Advanced speakers understand the tone, the subtext, and the culture.
And idioms are a huge part of that.
1. The big picture.
This one is essential. The big picture means the overall situation, not small details.
Examples. Let's focus on the big picture. I don't think he understands the big picture yet.
This idiom is often used by managers and leaders.
2. Down to the wire.
This one is about time pressure. If something goes down to the wire, it finishes at the very last moment.
The deal went down to the wire. We finished the report down to the wire.
Very common in project discussions.
3. Think outside the box.
Classic, but still powerful. To think outside the box means to think creatively.
They want someone who can think outside the box.
It's almost guaranteed to appear in interviews.
4. Back to the drawing board.
This one is about failure, but in a healthy way. If something doesn't work, you go back to the drawing board.
Our proposal was rejected, so it's back to the drawing board.
This idiom shows resilience, not weakness.
5. Move the needle.
This is modern business language. To move the needle means to make a real impact.
This campaign didn't really move the needle.
It's about results, not effort.
6. On someone's plate.
This one is very conversational. If something is on your plate, it's your responsibility.
I already have a lot on my plate. That's not on my plate right now.
Great for setting boundaries politely.
7. Raise the bar.
Leadership language again. To raise the bar means to increase standards.
She really raised the bar for the team.
This idiom signals excellence.
8. Read between the lines.
This is about understanding what's not said. To read between the lines means to understand hidden meaning.
You have to read between the lines in his email.
Extremely important in professional communication.
9. Call the shots.
This one is about power. If you call the shots, you make the decisions.
He doesn't call the shots anymore.
Informal, but very common.
10. Step up, drop the ball.
Let's end with two opposites. To step up means to take responsibility and perform well.
She really stepped up during the crisis.
But to drop the ball means to fail or make a mistake.
He dropped the ball on that task.
Extended practice. Repeat after us. Let's focus on the big picture.
We finished down to the wire.
It's time to think outside the box.
That didn't really move the needle.
I have a lot on my plate right now.
She really raised the bar.
He dropped the ball.
But then he stepped up. Series wrap-up.
So now you've covered get, take, bring, workplace slang, and idioms.
More importantly, you've learned how English actually works in professional life.
Not textbook English, real English.
If you start using even a few of these expressions naturally, people will notice.
You'll sound confident, capable, and fluent.
Thanks for joining us for this series.
And remember, fluency isn't about knowing more words.
It's about knowing which words to use and when.
See you in the next episode.
Chilling story. Out of the loop. By the time I got the email, it was already too late. Subject line. Quick touch base, 6:30 p.m. No emoji, no explanation. Just that. I stared at the screen, trying to read between the lines. Friday evening meetings were never a good sign. Still, I told myself not to overthink it. Maybe they just wanted to circle back on the budget. Maybe this was one of those last-minute things that goes down to the wire. I replied, "Got it. I'll be there." As soon as I hit send, my phone buzzed again. "Make sure you're fully up to speed," the message said. "We need everyone on the same page." That should have been my first warning. The office was almost empty when I arrived. The lights were dimmed, the air heavy, like the building itself was holding its breath. I checked my watch, 6:28. I told myself to relax. I could get through one short meeting. I'd take care of it and go home. After all, I'd already taken on more than enough this quarter. My plate was full, my bandwidth completely gone. Still, I walked into conference room B. They were already there.
5 people, all senior, all quiet. Martin, the one who usually called the shots, looked up and smiled. "Glad you could make it," he said. "Let's get the ball rolling." No one else smiled. "We'll keep this brief," Martin continued. "We just wanted to touch base about alignment." Alignment. That word again. I nodded, pretending I understood the big picture, even though no one had explained anything yet. Erica, from compliance, leaned forward. "We've noticed you've been out of the loop lately." I almost laughed. I've been putting out fires nonstop for months. If anything, I was too involved. "I wasn't aware," I said carefully. "If there's feedback, I'm happy to take responsibility." Martin exchanged glances with the others. "That's good," he said, "because this is a bit of a heavy lift." They started listing things. Deadlines I supposedly missed, decisions I apparently dropped the ball on, emails I had never seen. Each sentence felt rehearsed. I tried to push back, calmly, professionally. "I don't think that's accurate. Those tasks were never on my plate." Silence. Then Martin spoke again. "We all remember it differently." That's when I realized something terrifying. They weren't here to discuss performance. They were here to rewrite it. "We need to bring this in line with company values," Erica said softly. "And sometimes," she added, "that means hard choices." My throat went dry. "So what exactly are you saying?" I asked. Martin leaned back. "We're asking you to take ownership." "For what?" I whispered. "For the outcome," he replied. "The company took a hit. Someone has to absorb that." The room felt smaller now, the walls closer. I suddenly understood. They weren't asking me to explain. They were asking me to disappear. Martin stood up. "If you need time to process, we can circle back," he said gently. "But honestly, we're hoping you'll step up." "And if I don't?" I asked. He smiled, polite, professional, empty. "Well," he said, "let's just say you won't get away with staying." I didn't sleep that night. I kept replaying the meeting, trying to get over the feeling that something had already been decided without me. Every sentence, every pause, I tried to read between the lines, but the meaning was always the same. I was no longer in the loop. By Monday morning, the office felt different. People who used to get along with me avoided eye contact. Conversations stopped when I walked by. Even my calendar looked strange. Meetings had been moved, ownership quietly taken over by others. At 9:07, a message popped up from Martin. "Let's touch base. Conference room B." Again. I checked my workload. Everything that used to be on my plate was gone. Someone else had taken over my projects. My inbox was full of polite phrases, just keeping you in the loop, looping you in for visibility. Visibility without control. The meeting was shorter this time. "We've brought in external auditors," Martin said. "They'll help us get through this phase." I knew what that meant. Auditors never bring about clarity. They bring conclusions. Erica slid a folder across the table. "We need you to take a look and sign." I opened it. A timeline. My name on every failure. A narrative carefully designed to bring the house down, not for applause, but for blame. "This isn't accurate," I said. "You're asking me to take the hit." Martin nodded. "That's one way to look at it." I tried to stay calm. "Let's take it offline," I said. "We can circle back once we've reviewed the facts." Erica smiled. "We already have." I felt the room closing in again. "This decision didn't just happen," I said slowly. "You've been planning this."
Martin didn't deny it. We needed someone who could step up, and unfortunately, you didn't move the needle. That's when I noticed something. The door. Closed. Locked. I stood up. I think we need to go back to the drawing board, I said. This won't hold. Martin finally lost his smile. You're missing the big picture, he said quietly. The company survives. Individuals don't always. They gave me a choice, at least that's how they framed it. Option 1, I take responsibility, sign the document, and walk away quietly. Option 2, they bring up every minor mistake I'd ever made, push back on every defense, and make sure my reputation never got back on its feet. I thought about my career, my name, the years I'd spent getting up to speed, taking initiative, trying to raise the bar. All of it reduced to a signature. Think of it as low-hanging fruit, Erica said softly. A clean solution. That's when I understood. This wasn't business. It was ritual. They needed someone on the plate, someone to carry the weight so the rest could move on. I picked up the pen. My hand was shaking. I'll need a moment, I said. Martin nodded. Of course, he replied. We'll circle back. They left the room. The lock clicked again, and for the first time, I wondered if I'd ever get through this at all.
The silence after they left was louder than any meeting I'd ever sat through. I stared at the document, trying to get my head around what they were really asking. My name was everywhere, threaded through failure like it had always belonged there. It was a story carefully written to bring about a single outcome. I realized then this wasn't the first time. I wasn't special. I was just next. On the last page, there was a line I hadn't noticed before. By signing, you acknowledge full responsibility and agree not to bring this matter up in any future context. Not even an exit. A silence. I almost signed. Then something shifted. If I was going to take the hit, I wanted to call the shots, at least once. I stood up and walked to the door. Locked. Of course. Back at the table, I noticed my phone. No signal, no bandwidth. But Wi-Fi was still connected. Someone had left the folder open on the shared drive. Careless. Or confident. I started digging. Meeting notes, versions of the same report, different names each time, different scapegoats. One phrase kept repeating. Let's keep this in the loop. I finally saw the big picture. Every quarter, when numbers took a hit, someone quietly dropped the ball, on paper. The rest got away with it. Careers survived. The company moved on. They didn't fire people. They erased them. Footsteps outside. I didn't panic. Instead, I uploaded everything. Every version, every edit. Every time they'd quietly taken over someone's work before cutting them loose. Then I sent one email. Subject, all hands on deck. I CC'd everyone, board members, legal, compliance. I brought it all to the table. The door opened. Martin froze when he saw my screen. What are you doing? He asked. Raising the bar, I said calmly, and bringing this in line with reality. Erica stepped forward. You have no idea what you're doing. I looked at her and smiled. I think you should read between the lines of your inbox. Their phones started buzzing, one by one, faces draining of color. The ritual had been interrupted. For the first time, they were out of the loop. Martin tried to recover. Let's take this offline, he said quickly. We can circle back, reset. No, I said. We're done circling back. I grabbed my bag. I've already taken initiative. The rest is a heavy lift for legal. I walked past them. No one stopped me. By the end of the week, the company issued a statement. Restructuring, misalignment, back to the drawing board. They always use the same words. But this time, something had moved the needle. I didn't stay. Some people asked why I left when I'd finally called the shots. The truth is, I had got through the worst part. I didn't need to stay and put out fires anymore. And somewhere else, in another glass building, another meeting was probably starting. Someone was being told to step up. Someone else was being placed gently on the plate. But not me. Not anymore.